Hey everybody, this is Kenny White, lead pastor at the Crossing Church, and I'm excited to bring to you a great opportunity for us in the month of December. Last year, we were able to help a great ministry here in the area by the name of Empower Youth and Scott Conley and the gang. And what we did last year is for every dollar that was contributed to the Crossing Church in the month of December, we took 10% of that and gave it to Empower Youth. And when it was all totaled up in January, we were able to present, because of your generosity, a check of $16,000 to Empower Youth. Well, this year the leadership has decided they want to support another mission, another ministry here in our region, and that is Woodland Lakes Christian Camp. And so I have right here with me Andrew Johnson, and he's the camp manager, director, and he's going to just share a little bit about the mission here at the camp.
Many of you, if you've been in this community for a long time, understand that it used to be called Claremont Christian Assembly, and it began in 1945, and it began just as a summer camp program. Over the years, we've evolved into now we do retreats all year long, as well as continue to do our summer camp ministry. So sometimes people think of us, they just think we do 10 weeks of summer camp, but we run retreats all year. But our ministry and our mission and our hope is that summer camp. So kids since 1945 have been coming here. Lives have been changed, first-time decisions, rededications, calls to pulpit ministry, world missions. All those things take place in those weeks.
You know, a lot of us have been impacted. All of us have been impacted in 2020 because of this virus, COVID-19. It's impacted us personally, it's impacted businesses, it's impacted ministry. How has it impacted your ministry?
Sure. Our retreat season took a big hit this spring. Starting in March and February, groups started canceling. Turns out from the shutdown in March till June, we had no groups here. And our retreat season actually subsidized our camp ministry. So in the summer, we tried to push back the dates for summer camp until finally we had to make the decision to cancel all our camp-sponsored events. Things started to look like they were going to pick up this fall, but even this month, the last two retreats we had scheduled for this month had to cancel with the new announcements from the governor. So summer camp didn't happen. We had a few retreats through this season. But on the other side of that token, we see that we were able to do some amazing things that we wouldn't otherwise been able to do. Financially, it's been rough.
Let me ask you about that real quick.
Yeah.
I know a lot of your budget, you know, as far as what you need to bring in,
Sure.
is based on tuition or based on people signing up for camp
Yeah.
retreats.
Sure.
Percentage-wise, how much of your percentage of the piece of pie do you rely on that? Because you didn't have it this year.
Oh yeah, and in our retreat season actually subsidized our summer camp. Summer camp, it cost about $75 a day for a kid to come to camp. We charge less than $50 a day. So with church donations and retreat season, we're able to subsidize that money. But losing retreats, really was devastating. We're about $325,000 behind our budget of $550,000. So a huge part of our budget is gone. Now, some of our expenses are lower. Obviously, food service expenses are lower, but our insurance has stayed the same. Our minimums for our water bills have stayed the same. The amount of fuel we have to use to heat the buildings so the pipes don't freeze has stayed the same. So the bills are still there, but yeah, financially, it's been a mess. But the good news is, in November of last year, we got out of debt.
Right.
And I couldn't imagine this happening 3 years earlier, the pickle that we would have been in. My staff, we can't work any harder. So we're just left with the decision to beg.
Yeah.
That's not the way I like to do things. But that's just where we're at. There's nothing we can do. All the other stimuluses and things come out, our nonprofits don't qualify for. So church, we just need your help.
Yeah, and I appreciate the emotion, and I know it's not about the money, it's about the ministry and just how much it's impacted what you've been able to do. You got out of debt, you celebrated this a year ago, and then bam, something like this hits. And again, it's not something that you did. It's out of your control. It's not a decision you made, and that's what we're all experiencing. So again, I know that there's other ways people can help.
Sure.
If they don't write a check or they don't help financially, you're always looking for people to come out here with a paintbrush or something like that, correct?
Oh yeah, there's lots of opportunities if you want to serve. Again, if you just want to come out here by yourself, we're more happy to work alongside of you, or a small group. We have skilled things that need done. We have on-skilled things that need done. In fact, several churches this summer actually used their mission trip and brought teens here that all they did all week was serve alongside of us. So yeah, that's really good to have help. And it also is good for us, emotionally to feel like we're not forgotten, because people are willing to come out here and lay a few pavers or stay in a few buildings and things like that. So we would love support, volunteer groups, but we know this. This camp started in 1945, which was in the midst of World War II. Didn't sound like too good a time to start a camp, but with Christ as on our side, He's going to get us through this. And I think all our new friends that we made during this season will still be with us, and our old friends will be able to come back, and we'll come out stronger than ever before.